Well, I really think it's important, this time of year for players to choose energy, and then I think when you choose energy, your feelings follow. When I think you put your feelings first, I don't think there's any football players in the country, anywhere, in any league, that when you get halfway through the season and you've had, 5 difficult games against good opponents, that people feel great. So if you put your feelings first, then your energy level is not going to be what it needs to be for you to practice and prepare and to improve and do things like you need to do it. That's certainly a challenge for us. At this time of the year, you don't want to have self-pity. What this team has done to this point, they've put themselves in a position to have a chance to be successful, and we want to be able to build on that, but everybody's got to have the right mindset to do that, and you got to believe in practice and preparation to be able to do that. We're playing a team that's going to throw the ball 67 times in a game, and we're going to have to play really, really well to keep them from scoring a lot of points, which they're capable of. Their defense has played very, very well, so they do a lot of stuff up front that creates a lot of problems for you. So that's a challenge for us. So we need to really have great preparation because this is a different kind of team for us to prepare for. And I think that's going to be very important to us being able to perform the way we want to perform on Saturday.
Okay, we'll start with Charlie Potter.
Hey, Coach, just wondering if you have an update on LaBryan Ray and Deonte Brown and anybody else that might be out with an injury.
LaBryan Ray is probably questionable for this game. I think we'll probably, to get him right and get him well, it probably would be much better for us to just wait until, after this bye week. He's been out there, he's practiced, but he continues to have issues and problems. So we just need to shut him down and let him get healed up so that this is not going to be a problem in the future. Deonte Brown has practiced every day. So, we're that's all I got to say about any injuries.
We'll go to Michael Casagrande.
Yeah, I was just wondering if your evaluation of how you've been able to run the ball in the second half, mostly in the fourth quarter. What's your evaluation of that?
It's been good. It's been really good. We've been able to take the air out of the ball, a couple times this year, keeping the ball so the offense doesn't get it back. Did it this past week. Did it, in a couple other games this year. So I think that's very important to winning. If you keep giving the other team possessions in the last 6-7 minutes of the game, if you can keep the ball and they don't get it, they can't score. So I think we've done a really good job of that.
We'll go to Aaron Settles.
Nick, Najee Harris talked about after his freshman year he thought about transferring, which I imagine is not really rare for a freshman who wants to play, maybe who didn't. But since that time, what have you seen from Najee, maturity-wise, mental strength-wise, and does that play into the type of player he is today?
Well, I think he's persevered. I think he's a great competitor. I think great competitors always want to play. And I think he was in a situation where he probably didn't play as much as he wanted to. But I also think that he really showed kind of the competitive character that you really respect in a player. When he continued to try to work, he didn't mope. He would get upset sometimes when he didn't play enough, but it never affected his work ethic on what he needed to do to improve. And I think that's paid tremendous dividends for him now that he is playing. So, I always try to tell the running backs that, we've always played 2 or 3 guys at your position. And that's a good thing for you because your durability is really important. And for you to be able to stay fresh throughout the season because you don't play every snap or you don't carry the ball too much is really probably a positive thing, not only for you to sustain the season, but also from a career standpoint. So I think he understands that, but he's certainly done a great job for us this year and been a real workhorse for us.
We'll go to Tony.
Yeah, I was wondering if you had an update on Ronald Williams. I know it's been a while, but after he broke his arm in
yeah, he's been practicing, for the last 2 weeks. He didn't go to Tennessee because he was sick, but he did practice, and we would have taken him on a trip. He has practiced all week this week, so and I think he's feeling more and more comfortable using his arm. It's healed. He's been cleared, but a player has to get comfortable using using whatever was hurt before he's going to be ready to play. But I see significant progress this week.
Two more. We'll start with Mike Rodak.
Just what have you seen out of Brian Branch so far this year, and how, if at all, has his role evolved so far?
Well, I think Brian has really made a lot of progress. You know, he played star for a long time in the beginning of the season. Malachi sort of stepped up in that role, so he was a backup, but we've tried to develop him as a safety, and he's made good progress there. Now we're playing him as a 6 defensive back, a little better cover guy for us, I think. Good blitzer. So he's moved around a lot, which I hate to do with young players. I like to put them in one spot and leave them there. But he has handled it extremely well and has really made a lot of progress, and I think will be a really positive contributor for us, you know, the rest of the season.
Okay, we'll finish up with Ogletree.
Yeah, Coach, if I'm not mistaken, Christian Barmore didn't play the first quarter against Tennessee and then was in there pretty consistently afterward. Was there a reason for that, or is that just how the defensive line rotation went for that game?
It's just how I wanted to rotate the guys. You know, what we do internally with our players on our team is not really, you know, anybody's concern or, you know, really their business. If, you know, a player is I'm not going to explain to you why we use every player the way we use them. I was happy with the way the guy played when he played, and, you know, I think that's the most important thing.